Jared Leto cast as Morbius, possibly not yet confirmed. We'll see. We'll dive in. Also, a reaffirmation that John Krasinski will be involved in the potential Quiet Place sequel, and we got a new awesome poster for Glass, thanks to M. Night Shyamalan, with a little tease of something coming along with San Diego Comic-Con as well. All this plus some trailers. Let's get into it, everybody. It's Horror Movie News!
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Timmy?
That was very dramatic. I liked it.
Oh, there he is.
Don't you blame
Yay.
the movies? The movies don't create cycles.
You're excited
today.
Yeah.
Very excited today. Ah! Lights!
Well, we already got camera, and now it's action. Yay!
Hey!
It's July.
Yes, I know tempo. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Horror Movie News. This is episode 34.
Woo!
Yes, 34. Yes, and we are coming to you live from this room.
This is awesome studio.
This is not Horror Movie News, yes. But yes, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, Anthony Becerra, and to my left, I have, as usual,
Hey, how's it going? Carrie Lane here, and I am with you live in the chat. So if you're watching live, join us. Watching later, no problem. Comment down below.
is there people?
Yes.
Hey, hello all
What's
people.
up, people?
Hello all people. Hello. All right, Molly.
Hi, I'm Ollie.
Hello.
Ollie Drennan. Nice,
like
nice to meet you.
He's doing a he's
being
doing the
so
share
formal.
thing.
My share thing.
No, like a seal.
Ollie.
You're just
I'm
like
just
I'm Ollie.
Ollie.
I'm just Ollie.
It's all right. I
I'd
do
be
that
like,
for
all right.
some stuff. I'm like, I'm Carrie.
Okay.
We don't need to have. We don't have to do my.
I'm
last
Tone
name.
Balloon.
You're Tony.
I'm Tony.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. Real quick, some crypt keeping. Pretty much where to find us on youtube.com/Popcorn Talk Network on their page, on the YouTube page, as well as on to contact us as a group and also follow us. We're on HorrorNewsPTN on Twitter only, and as well as PopcornTalkNetwork.com, our websites. And last but not least, we are on wherever you find your podcasts. Hopefully, for the most part. Definitely on iTunes. You just look up Horror Movie News, look at the avatar behind us, the little thumbnail, and that's us, pretty much.
Yes.
And you click on that, you subscribe, give us 5 stars, because all the other stars just don't work. I hear you get cursed, like people have died.
You do not want to get cursed. Don't mess with that.
Is it in 7 days, though?
That's
Or
what
less.
happens.
Oh.
Well, because it's less than 5 stars, so you get cursed in less than 5 days.
Yeah, you get cursed for like 1 star, so you're done in 1 day, pretty much. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
So
the
you
rules.
have to do the 5 stars.
You have to do the 5 stars, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
a work week. It's
Yeah.
good. So let's get into it. So we're gonna kick things off with our special segment, The Abyss. Pretty much films that we've been watching this past week or so. I saw one. Did you guys catch
Yeah.
anything this week?
I actually did.
Hey, look at that.
Did you?
Carrie?
Movies, no. Oh, what did I see? I'm like,
Excluded. No, I'm kidding.
no. Well, it's like it's Anime Expo this coming up weekend and Comic Con in like
Yes.
2 weeks. So I'm like, a lot of prep
Any
stuff.
horror anime you've seen out there?
I have. Well, I have. There you go. I guess that. I'm like combined with my Crypt Abyss because it's one of those like I recommend it and I've been watching it.
Double dip?
Is continuing on with Attack on Titan.
Okay.
So good.
Right.
They are premiering season 3 at Anime Expo, so if you're going, I don't know how much they're showing of it, but they're showing some of that on Sunday, which is pretty cool. Right now, I'm on season 2, episode 9, and it's kind of cool because I've been reading the manga and then watch it, and I love both of them together because it's one of those, you're reading it, so I kind of know what's coming next, but how they animate it is so brilliantly gory and beautiful because it's so disgusting, and it's if you haven't watched Attack on Titan, you should watch it.
How those Titans move.
How they move is so freaky.
It's freaky.
They do such a good job.
Oliver?
Oh, well, when I wasn't here last week, I apologize.
Oh, that's
but
right.
I got to catch for the first time, like actually watching it from start to finish, The Devil's Rejects. I actually finally watched it from start to finish. I know I'm
Had you
late.
stopped other
No,
times?
whenever I tried watching it, it was either like the beginning or I'd change the
okay.
channel because I never had a DVD.
Are you like hiding
Is he
here?
scared? What's going on?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I hate Rob Zombie films. I despise them. I'll shit on all of them and burn them.
I
totally
kind
fine.
of liked House of a
I
Thousand
hate all of
Corpses.
them.
I
They're
didn't
the
like
worst.
that one.
Yeah. But Devil's Rejects is weird because you're like, why should I care about the bad people?
Absolutely. Like I honestly I didn't like it, but I have a new respect for it because it was interesting. Because obviously, like, I know it's kind of like torture porn, you know. That's how I. That's why I don't like Rob Zombie's films personally.
Yep.
But I felt like he did a good job of actually making you kind of like feel bad for them at one point. Like, actually
you have a second, and then you're like, why?
You actually get on their side. But like throughout the beginning of the film, you're just like, I hate these people, and I want them to die. And it was really interesting to watch for the first time finally. Yeah, from start to finish. But I hear that they're actually also going to be making a third installment.
The only thing I would say is I learned from House of a Thousand Corpses and other horror movies, never talk to like the first people you see. Get to a normal town first. Because I'm like, don't flag down the random car. Like, no. Yes, thank you. It should be like, get to a normal town. And even there, it's like, But anyway.
Yeah, but I will say, last thought, I saw the good in that film.
Okay.
Despite
good for
all
you.
the bad and torture porn and just kind of like gritty, bloody.
Well, Wellington in the chat wants to know, explain the hate. So can you explain? He didn't say specifically you, Tony, but curious on what you hate about
I watched House of a Thousand Corpses, and I didn't like any of it. I get that he does a lot of homages to classic horror films and all that, which is cool and fine, but it's not my cup of tea at all.
Sure.
Yeah, it's. Do
you know if there's anything specific that you're like?
Yeah, his visual style is not. It's trash to me. It's just not
dark.
Yeah.
No, not even dark.
Color.
It's just.
You don't dig it.
I just don't dig it at all. I mean, I saw one film and I was just like, no, and I just think personally he's a hack. Yeah.
Well, Media Shock in the chat agrees with you. Media Shock says, I'm the same with Rob Zombie. It really doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I don't think it for me it doesn't carry any substance. I've seen enough to be like, I for sure don't like him. He's also like one of those that I also like lump together with a little bit with Eli Roth a bit too, because his work is questionable a lot. Like usually it's been more misses and hits for me.
I liked Cabin Fever and I liked Hostel. And then also Eli Roth is rather dreamy. Just saying. But he looks. Here's the weird thing though.
Fine.
He's a little biased.
I'm a little biased. I've also met him twice and have photos with him. But no, but he's that kind of attractive and he looks kind of like a jerk and like the bad guy. But that's kind of why you're like, but that's still kind of.
Oh my goodness.
Right? I know. I'm not alone here. There must be some other ladies and gentlemen out there who are like, hey.
Hold it.
But anyway. But I know what you mean. Some of his films, I'm like,
They're
like,
just so embarrassing. Dude, House of a Thousand Corpses,
Back to Rob Zombie.
Yeah, it was so unbearable for me.
Anything.
It was like I was clawing at myself because of how much I disliked.
And they just
everything.
never have like a good ending, or an
they're hard
ending,
because
an
of
ending
that.
you're satisfied with.
True.
I think.
Recommend a Rob Zombie movie to me, and I'll watch it. I'll watch it, and then I'll destroy it, and then
you're like, I'll tell you why it sucks.
I mean, it's all opinions, dude. Like that's literally all it comes down to, and like he does not tickle my pickle in whatever way, in any way. Yeah.
Well, movies are like moving like paintings, and if you cannot like a work of art, and the films are work of art, it just could be not your style.
There's paintings that make me want to puke. And then eat that puke and then burn the.
Oh, shots fired. Okay, we're gonna call you out if you say it. Derek Hogan in the chat says clearly Anthony's taste is trash.
Oh.
Shots fired, man.
Hey, man,
come on
another
now.
man's trash.
Yes.
It tastes like treasure to me.
Y'all can have different opinions. It's all right. No toxic fandoms allowed in the horror genre.
Someone takes his taste in film a little too personal.
Right? Maybe that too. And if you like Rob Zombie, please let us know. Comment what you like about his film.
If you take ownership over something a little too much, anyone can take it away and it will affect you on a personal level. So it's not nothing personal. I honestly don't care about Rob Zombie.
Media Shock says,
I didn't mean to start a battle war. My bad.
I don't really give a damn.
Well, Media Shock says prefer Eli Roth, although that is borderline with me, not my go-to name. I don't know if this is a film, but Wellington says 31. I don't know.
I think that's the new one that he's making.
Okay, so they recommended that one.
He also had that one, Lords of Salem, which I was not interested in at all either. I mean, I'll check. whatever, Derek Hogan, recommend a movie for me, and I'll watch it, and then I'll explain to you why I don't like it in the following episode, if you like.
Yeah.
Because that's what I like to do.
Your your movie for the week.
Sure, why
Right?
not? But yeah, so I did see a movie, The Abyss.
Yes.
Back to The Abyss. Yeah. So real quick, so The Domestics is a movie I saw, which is the movie that dropped.
Yeah. You were talking about that one.
Yeah, it's new. It was written and directed by Mike P. Nelson. Synopsis is: in an attempt to save their marriage, a couple must travel across the apocalyptic and gang-filled Americas to reach the home of the wife's parents. Stars Tyler Hoechlin, which I believe is he was in Supergirl playing Superman, and also Kate Bosworth. She's been around for a while now, and you've seen her
she
around.
She can be really good.
Yeah,
depends on the movie. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I love her. What film she's in. Other times it's like,
yeah. So overall thoughts on this film for me personally, it was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was okay overall. I didn't really dig it, to be honest with you.
Why does this movie sound familiar?
we talked about it
the
last
trailer
week.
last week.
Oh wait, you weren't
you
here.
weren't here.
Damn, my bad. Yeah. I
So
forgot.
it's just because the trailer looks like it has promise. Is
Right.
most of the good stuff kind of in the trailer?
I guess.
Okay.
It's just it just all right, let me get into what
Okay.
So there's definitely a need for more character development.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then at times like the characters came out so dumb. Like I'm just like
Nothing worse than dumb characters.
yeah, and it's not even like it's like laughably dumb. It's just like some of the reaction shots from Tyler Hoechlin where it's supposed to be like really serious and he's just like like it's just
Oh,
so
no.
bad. Like some of the acting is pretty bad too. Like yeah, the film kind of feels like a mash of poorly written drama between sequences of action and violence, you know? And the acting overall was okay, but that's like being generous.
Is the world building, like the dystopian future, cool at all?
The dystopian, I guess that'd be probably like the saving grace, because like
Okay.
the cool like factions that they
Yeah.
have. But even then, that's a little muddled. You know, it's all very just like, dude. It's kind of like they just smashed
It's a
things
stew.
together.
They threw everything
Yeah.
in. Okay.
And it's not. There's no like anything that connects the stew in a sense. You know, there's no
yeah.
like through line. There was this really cool like the truck plowing through a car barricade that was like super practical, and you can see in like the cars fly everywhere, and I was like, whoa, that was cool. And then that was really all I thought. And then I rented it on Amazon for $7, and it was not worth the $7, dude.
It's a lot to rent online nowadays. I
Yeah.
want like my $2, $3 rentals.
I even had to like to put in perspective like rate this thing, so I gave out of 5 stars, I guess, or 5 skulls,
You give it a 2.
2.5.
Okay.
And that's being yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel that great, to be honest. Afterwards it was so forgettable. I'm like, all right, that was it. There's nothing special about this. Cool concept, but I don't think it was executed that well. Yeah. So whoever watched it, if you guys share the same sentiment or not, feel free to let us know. I'm sure you will. All right, on to our next segment, The Crypt. Pretty much these are movies that we would like to recommend to people watching and also here on the panel. Do you guys have any movies you would like to recommend? Did you guys do your homework?
Well, I was like, I've already said it, and only to tease it, maybe we'll be talking to some of those people. But because I saw an article, it's playing at what film festival is it? Damn nabbit.
But it's not open to the public yet.
No, well, it's
Summer?
Summer of '84 is premiering at a film festival in Europe. Fright Fest. Next up, Fright Fest Films Focus number 2 is follow-up. Summer of '84. So they're doing a looks like a European possibly screen. So not here yet, but go see Summer of '84 when it becomes
comes out.
available, because
And I
it's
believe that's
awesome.
It comes out in August, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I think it was August. Oh, I like that. Nice. Yeah. Tagline: every serial killer lives next door to
And
someone.
also, we do have the trailer for this movie that we're going to be playing later. I was going to say later tonight.
Yeah. Well, I will,
Tonight.
as someone who's
4:30.
seen it, I will confirm, like, this was a really good horror film, and it's good on keeping you guessing. I talked about it when I came back from Sundance, but since we're talking about it again today, I felt I should give it its praises again. But yeah, the kids are great. Definitely has that nostalgia vibe to it, and rewarding of how it all plays out.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil it at all, but like how, because some horror movies, you're like, they have a great to like the 3/4 mark, and how they end, you're like, but this one, it has a good, shocking last act.
Right on. Oliver?
Yes.
Well, I would just recommend the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake. I think a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people like to crap on that one.
Who's
it's
the
with
leading lady?
Jessica Biel.
Yes, she was good in that.
I really don't see why people just do not like that remake. I think it was a really solid remake. I mean, it did cut out some of the iconic things that happened in the original, such as like the dinner scene table or the dinner scene.
Yeah.
However, I just really thought it was very well just executed, and I think that people should really check it out because I think it's also a remake that is overshadowed by the other remakes that came after it, which are horrible. Like there was the Texas Chainsaw, like the beginning, which was supposed to be that prequel for the remake, and it was horrible,
I think I
awful.
saw that.
And then there was the Chainsaw 3D years after that.
Get
It was
outta
horrible, and I'm thinking, oh my god, this is just crapping. Try not to curse. Crapping on such an iconic horror character and story. And I don't know. I just hope that Leatherface gets we can't forget about Leatherface, okay? He's an icon. So please.
Jumping in the chat there over Anthony.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you guys are tuning in live or listening later, watching later, let me know what you think about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, starring Jessica Biel, because I really liked it. And a lot of people say that it was too gory, and that ruined the story.
How is it a horror movie that's too gory?
It's Chainsaw. First of all, I didn't think it was
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's Chainsaw. Chainsaw's in the title. And second of all, I didn't even think it was that gory, personally. But
we have better standards.
I remember seeing it when it came out on DVD, when it was after it was released in theaters and it came out on DVD.
Yeah.
I loved it. I watched it over and over again.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago, so I can't remember what I thought about it. I just remember it not being terrible.
Yeah.
I liked it.
But also,
and
I
like
didn't know what
Jessica Biel
terrible
in
movies
it.
were back then.
There was one scene though, and I can't remember how it plays out, but I remember he's on the ground and she's near him, and I'm like, kill shot now. Be like, come on, or break the leg, something. Side note, also, Media Shock, who is our friend across the pond, says Summer of '84 is playing, at this year's Fright Fest. And also pointed out Nightbreed is on Amazon, and it's being redone with Barker and Company. So Barker and Co. Which, Nightbreed's good. Stop redoing movies. Have you guys seen Nightbreed?
No.
I'm not sure.
Oh, we should
Is this
do a
a
classic.
it sounds like a werewolf.
It's a 80s one. And it's monsters. They're all different.
That
They're
sounds
like
cool.
mutant monsters. Cool. And there's different director's cuts and stuff. But anyway.
No, I have to check that out.
Hey, wait, quick question. Where can we watch Summer of '84?
It's not out yet.
But when
Oh,
is it gonna
I think
be
it's going to be
theaters?
coming to theaters. Yeah.
Yeah. It might be limited release.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
We'll definitely let y'all know.
Kind of like Revenge.
We're also trying to get the directors to come in and do an interview with them and everything, have them on our show. So we're in talks to do that. So hopefully that'd be fantastic because I'm a huge fan of Turbo Kid and I would love to watch this film as well, and just nerd out with them. I think it'd be great.
Nightbreed's from 1990.
All right.
It's really good.
Yeah, I have come across it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's on my radar.
Yes.
So yeah, real quick, I'm doing my crypt, and again, it's continuing off this little series of trying to bring you some history along with horror. So going off a specific timeline. So we did the Dr. Cabinet. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, sorry.
Yes.
And that was 1919. And then we did The Golem, 1920. And now we're doing Nosferatu, 1922. Originally, it was a German film. It was directed by F.W. Murnau. And it was written by Henrik Galeen. And it was actually based off of Bram Stoker's Dracula. But it's a funny story. They actually didn't get the licensing to actually use Dracula. So they switched up everything. Instead of it being Count Dracula, it's actually Count Graf Orlok. And the synopsis real quick is: a real estate agent named Hutter goes to Transylvania to finalize paperwork for a mysterious count named Graf Orlok, who's on the market to buy a new house. While staying at Orlok's castle, he starts to notice strange occurrences that make him paranoid that the count isn't exactly just on the market for a new home. Yeah, and
This
it's also
almost, I would say it's almost as iconic as just the classic
super
vampire.
iconic.
Yeah.
It's one of the first depictions of a vampire on film. And why it's important. This can be dated as the true start of horror cinema because of how terrifying this movie was when it came out. It's also the first depiction of vampires. It's one of the best silent horror films that truly terrifies and is really unsettling because some of these shots just feel so creepy because especially since it's so old, it feels like you're seeing something real. Like, you know, it feels like someone found this, like, oh, look at this, and then it's like an archival footage of like something real happening. So it's very creepy.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then the essence of the film really lies within Max Schreck's take on Count Orlok, also known as Count Dracula. Yeah, and then also, like, look at him. He's not a suave vampire. He's terrifying looking. He's got sharp nails. He's got sharp teeth, pointy
well
ears.
there.
He seems well dressed, yeah. But he looks like a rat-faced mother, you know. And there's actually
Look
a
at them
reason.
brows,
There's actually
too,
a reason as
and
to why he
liner.
looks kind of like more of like a rat. But yeah, so compared to Bela Lugosi's Dracula, which is also very iconic, Nosferatu is devoid of humanity. He has no class and no aesthetic. He's the lethal, ruthless prowler with no charm or wit. And I love that it says that he seizes instead of seduces. Pretty much, he's like the opposite, the antithesis of what a vampire is today. He's just like a weird vampire scoundrel. And this is a cool fun fact. So the term Nosferatu is actually a modernization of a Slavonic term, Nosferatu, and that itself is a modernization of the Greek Nosophoros, which means plague carrier. And so Stoker uses a word in his novel, but the writer Galeen uses it to catalyze a take that in ways is more literal and in ways more symbolic. So Nosferatu is set in 1838, like the film's universe is 1838 in Bremen, Germany. It's I believe it's a city in Germany. And in 1838, that same year, there was an actual plague in that city that broke out and killed numerous citizens. And in the film, Orlok is constantly accompanied by rats, which are like that carry the plague. And until he looks like a rat himself and symbolizes the arrival of an unknown epidemic, which, when eliminated, eliminates the threat of the sinister as well. So it kind of doubles as like this take of this plague that befell that town in 1838, which I thought was really interesting. And that pretty much sums up that the crypt for Nosferatu. It's a
Very
great
cool.
film. You should definitely try to catch it. I think you can possibly find it on YouTube for free. If not, there's definitely some on Amazon that you can find as well to rent it out. If you have those capabilities, yeah, definitely check it out. It's again, it is silent, and also it's not in black and white. They use like some tinted shots, like if it's nighttime, it's all blued out, you know. But yeah, definitely have some patience with it. And again, intertitle cards, which you just see like the whole thing
That's
streamed
so
up.
fun, though.
But yeah,
Stay off your phone when you're watching it.
pretty much, yeah. And
Well,
don't
you
lie
have to
down.
be watching because there's no dialogue.
Yeah. See, like they have like different filters that they use. Like this is to like symbolize the day, pretty much during the day. And yeah, he's so creepy in that. It's great. And real quick, if you are listening to us on iTunes after the fact that this is recorded, please give us a 5-star ratings. We really appreciate the support and the love that brings us. And also, all you YouTube viewers and who are watching right now and future viewers, please give those thumbs up and also like the video. That would also be awesome. We greatly appreciate it. We love you guys. We do it for the sake of you and also for the sake of just sharing our love for horror movies.
Yay.
And for the children. We do it for the children.
Mostly the children.
Of the corn. Okay.
Oh, actually, speaking of the chat, Wellington says Nosferatu is a great movie to watch in the dark on a projector.
Oh yeah.
That'd
So
be
if
fun.
you can, if
oh,
you can
like a
make
live
that happen.
band. I've seen those. I haven't gone to any, but I've seen it where they advertise like they're
Live
gonna
in
do a
concert,
silent movie
yeah.
and they're gonna play the music.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
All right, so that concludes the crypt. Moving on to some news. So, pretty much this little movie called It came out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, made bonkers at the box office, and now It Chapter 2 is happening, and it started its principal photography. And I just wanted to share this neat little photo that they took. It's pretty much it's replicating The Last Supper, right? I'm not crazy,
A little bit, yeah.
right? It's The Last Supper.
Has that vibe for sure.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, there they are. James McAvoy,
Aw.
Bill Hader, Jessica Chastain there on the left. everyone else in between. I can't remember them off the top of my
Can
head.
I just say that I'm so happy that Jessica Chastain is Beverly, because I feel like I fan casted that, and like
We
it
talked
happened.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, months ago or
Mm-hmm.
No,
however
that
long
was
ago.
like a dead ringer for
that
sure.
was like for sure who I wanted. I'm so happy that that's gonna happen.
Yep. So I just want to share this, and also a reminder, it's set to be released September 6th, 2019. So next year. All right, moving on. So another picture that we got going on. This one's really great. So it's the Glass poster. Boom.
Oh, it looks
So last
cool.
week, M. Night Shyamalan tweeted out the first poster for Glass, and it does not disappoint. I love it. I love how you can see them sitting down, but then also on the reflection, you can see like their full bodies. And McAvoy just looks jacked. He looks so ripped. Bruce Willis looks dope as heck too in that raincoat, that iconic raincoat from Unbreakable, and also Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson, all the way on the left. I'm surprised he's standing because, yeah, he's usually in the wheelchair. But yeah, so this will have to hold us over until later this month because apparently,
Comic-Con.
yeah, M. Night Shyamalan has tweeted that there will be a presence of Glass at Comic-Con. And
Cammy-Can.
I know. Cammy-Can. Oh, darling. And he says that there's going to be a little surprise, which I'm guessing trailer. It's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Not much of a
Yeah.
surprise there, but if there's more than a trailer, then okay, cool. But yeah, it's set to be released January 18th, 2019. So we can start off our 2019 year right off the bat with some
Woot.
some
Cool.
horror.
That's sooner than I expected.
right?
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So
Let's do it.
I'm pretty psyched for that. I cannot wait. Hit us up what you guys think of the poster in the chat. I think it captures what this film is going for, really. All right, moving on. So, this is a fun little. I'm not sure if this is really considered news. I just thought it was pretty funny, and I wanted to share it with people. So I'm a huge fan of the original Suspiria, and then so Luca Guadagnino. Yeah, he's Italian. It's very hard to say. Yeah, so pretty much Luca Guadagnino, who is the director of Call Me by Your Name, and how successful that was. He is directing the Suspiria remake, and that's coming out later this year, which is November 2nd of this year. But ahead of that, he wanted to share his little film with a little buddy of his named Quentin Tarantino. And we got some quotes about what happened after Tarantino saw it. He hated it. No, I'm kidding. He didn't hate it. So this is Luca saying, I showed it to Quentin Tarantino. We've been friends since our jury duty at the Venice Film Festival. I was very nervous, but eager to hear his advice. We saw it at his place, and his reaction warmed me. He was enthusiastic about it, and in the end, he was crying and hugged me. Oh
Wow.
You
Very
can cry during horror movies.
You can, because it was so
Hereditary.
amazing.
Thank you. And the Italian filmmaker also added, because it's a horror movie, but also a melodrama, my goal was to make you look at the horror without being able to take your eyes off the screen, because you're captivated by the characters. Amazon is very happy, and I'm pretty happy too, from where it stands. It made Quentin Tarantino cry. He looks like a hard mofo.
Yeah.
You know, hard as a rock. Then again, he is an artist. Who knows? It's definitely going to make me cry, probably. I'm all for it. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. This is like my next big horror movie I'm looking forward to. It sucks it's not till November, but that's okay. Well, I guess I'm looking forward to Cold Skin too. I actually read the book on that. But yeah, anyways, that's neither here nor there. What's your excitement levels here? You guys still haven't seen Suspiria, huh?
No.
That
Just
was
the
like in
tra-
unison. No.
And the same kind of tone.
Fantastic.
We're like,
In the chat. Who's seen Suspiria? Are you ready for this new take on it? I am. I'm excited. I'm here
But
for it.
I
Are you going to
will
cry?
say, I will say that it's very surprising that it made someone like Quentin Tarantino cry.
Right?
For him to be so hard, someone that you cannot read. So that says a lot about the film, and I'm excited to see it. But first, I will definitely
I wanna
have
watch
to see
the
the
original.
first.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to try to hold the screening then.
Do that. Watch along.
With the con guys. Yeah. That'd be cool. No, I want to watch in the theater.
The original?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are they doing a re-release?
Oh, no. The home theater. Yeah. So,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? All right. So this next one. So real quick. This is interesting. So what if animals one day became intelligent beings and they started to talk and they decided
What?
to rise against their longtime oppressors, the humans? Yeah, sounds interesting,
Still
right?
super interested.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently there's a comic book series about it by Aftershock. It's called Animosity. It's about an 11-year-old girl named Jessie who, with her devoted dog Sandor, began a cross-country journey from New York to San Francisco to find the only person who might be able to protect and save them. So, and that's the premise. Pretty much, animals gain intelligence, they learn how to talk, they rise up against the humans, and then she's just alone with her dog, and she's trying to make her way across country.
Do you know if they stay regular or do they go anthropomorphic?
As in, do they start like walking on two legs?
Yeah.
From what I saw, pictures of the comic, they were still on all four
Okay,
legs.
cool.
Yeah. But they were like
amazing.
beefed up with like armor, and they had like
Yeah.
weapons
See,
attached
I
to
would
them
rather
and,
that.
spears.
I'm like, it's weird.
And they can talk.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
cool.
Right?
Wait, can humans hear them then too? Yeah.
Yeah, humans
Okay.
can hear him. So
Well, this is it's like Wicked, because Wicked animals talk, but there's a difference between animals and animals, like lowercase and uppercase. Uppercase
Rude.
meant that they were intelligent and they could
Right.
talk and communicate, and then there were animals that existed that were like the same species but were not. So I'm like, ooh, this sounds so interesting.
So it's a horror version of Wicked, pretty much.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Same family.
So, and also the book is written by Margaret Bennett and illustrated by Rafael de la Torre. And it's actually being adapted to film by Legendary Entertainment, which acquired the
Nice.
worldwide rights to make this a film. So yeah, so this is
Sounds
gonna be a
super cool.
movie. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that premise and you want to like watch or read more, or I mean find more of it, pretty much, just look it up on Amazon or look it up wherever you find books at a comic book store or whatever. Just look up Animosity, clever name. And yeah, you can find the series there and read all about it before the movie comes out, which I'm sure will be coming out within the next 2-3 years or so.
And with movies like Mowgli, Jungle Book, and
Mm-hmm.
they've been doing, animated animals better and better.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. Did you
That
see
sounds
Okja? Okja on Netflix?
Okja?
They
Yeah,
animated
that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I like that. I love Jake Gyllenhaal in that movie too. That's why I think he'd be great as what was it, as Mysterio. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We got some new casting news for Doctor Sleep. Doctor Sleep. So that's pretty much, you guys know, that's it's the sequel to The Shining. And so it's going to be Rebecca Ferguson has joined the cast. I believe we have a picture. So that's her in Life right there. And so she was recently in the sci-fi thriller Life alongside Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal. And I also have another picture just looking normal and also
More
very
sexy.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yes.
dressed up there.
And she'll be playing the antagonist Rose O'Hara. So she's a baddie.
Okay, she looks perfect right there.
She looks
Yeah.
like that's
beautiful.
Rose.
Nice
there.
villainous.
Yes. She can be bad all she wants. So this is what interested me was her name is Rose O'Hara, right? And in the synopsis or like the description we read about a week ago, it says so towards the end it says that who he must save the little girl after he discovers her life is being threatened by a tribe of paranormals led by a man named Rose the Hat. Rose the Hat and also Rose O'Hara. But also says it's a man. But she's a woman. What?
Rose the Hat.
Yeah, so I'm guessing maybe Rose the Hat and Rose O'Hara are a item, a thing, a couple, maybe?
Or people are mistaking, like a mistaken identity, like they assume that's a different person.
Possibly.
And maybe they're the same people.
Yeah, so this is open to speculation because pretty much
Yeah.
is she with a mysterious man and like he loves her so much that she named his like evil alter ego Rose the Hat after her
Or
name
she
Rose?
just simply is that just one thing? She is the one and only villain. So
That's true,
it's
yeah.
interesting.
Maybe she can. I don't. Yeah, who knows? But yes, but it does say led by a man named Rose the Hat. But who knows?
That could already be misleading.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Maybe they're trying to swerve us, trying to trick us
There's
here.
some trickery going on for sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What do you guys think out in the chat? Her character name is Rose O'Hara. The man who leads the paranormals that Danny will be going up against is named Rose the Hat. Oh, so anyone's read the book, that'd be great too, actually. It's been 5 years.
Wellington in the chat says the Overlook Hotel creeps me out. Media Shock says to do
Great.
The Shining is a big ask. Now this makes me go no. So apparently you're not excited about the next one.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm excited. Like, sure, why not?
Yeah, I love The Shining.
It already sounds very interesting with the group of paranormals. Like, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Because I don't know anything about the book, clearly. I didn't even know there was a sequel to The Shining.
Yeah,
Like I said in
same.
previous episode.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it was released in 2013. And yeah, it's very interesting too because it's such a weird, like, out of left field kind of sequel for me personally. Because it's like The Shining's so. Like, you would never consider, like, oh, yeah, there's a sequel to The Shining. Like, let's make it. It's like, what? No, you wouldn't do that. But now I think it's just been so long that we've heard anything from that realm of The Shining that it's okay to be like, all right, Dr. Sleep. Yeah, sure. Like, let's do it.
Not related to that movie specifically, but Edgar in the chat points out for the actress, she said, she's beautiful and she's amazing in Mission Impossible.
Oh, which one?
The
Well,
newest
she's
one?
The first one?
She's
Or-
no, she's in the newest. Yeah, the newest one coming out. She's kind of the
she's in the
bad
newest
lady.
one? Oh,
So
cool.
Yeah,
She's good at
She's the
playing
one
the-
who's like gonna shoot him when she's on the
Oh,
motorcycle.
you're right.
She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Don't make me come after you," or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also-
she already has that experience of being like
Yes.
the villain.
Yeah.
So, good for her.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't think she's like a super antagonist. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into what I think
Yeah.
Mission
Too many
Impossible.
theories.
But honestly, that trailer is so cool. Like, that's one of my favorite trailers I've seen of the year.
For Mission Impossible?
The new. Have you seen that trailer?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Way
it
too much.
And
looks
some guy
great.
next to me in the movie theater gets so excited and verbally was like, "Oh, it's like he was talking about it and it was hilarious."
Dude, when Henry Cavill like cocks his arm, I'm like,
I saw the
Okay,
Twitter
that was,
post.
that
It's
was
like,
a pretty cool shot.
Yeah.
But
That
I've seen
was
it
cool.
way too many times. I'm
Yeah.
sick
And
of
then the
it.
song, it's magnifique. All right, anyways, we gotta get through this. So real quick, we got longer stories here. So pretty much, that one dude, Jared Leto, or Leto, or however you want to pronounce his name, he's been cast in the movie for Morbius, and this is a spin-off of the Spider-Man universe. And it's kind of like they're creating their own like dark universe in the Spider-Verse kind of thing, because like Venom is.
he was an interesting character in Morbius because he
just cut
wasn't
me
like.
off.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I got excited because I was like, I watched the cartoons. That's my jam.
No, yeah, I remember he had
Okay,
the blood.
Venom.
He had the bloodsuckers.
Yes.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah. Thanks. Venom. Yeah, they're doing. Oh yeah, Sinister Six. Venom's gonna lead into a Sinister Six movie, which makes me believe that he's possibly gonna be part of the Sinister Six then, which I'm okay with. Sure. But yeah, so it's gonna be directed by Daniel Espinosa, and he will be playing a scientist who, in trying to find a cure for a rare blood disease, accidentally transforms himself into a living vampire. Though disgusted by his own bloodlust, he chooses to prey upon criminals he deems unworthy of life, which is very extreme. And yeah, so again, they're trying to establish a like weird dark universe with the Sinister Six super villain movie, and it's set to be filming later this year, somewhere in 2019. And also, the picture that you've been seeing is an artist's rendition of Boss Logic. It is nothing official. It's just an artist's vision of what Jared Leto could look like as Morbius, and that looks freaking sick as
But
heck.
it's not confirmed yet that he is Morbius?
Yeah, it's officially not confirmed that he's Morbius, but he's been cast in the movie Morbius, and he's got that hair. So I mean,
But why wouldn't they just go out and say like, oh, he is in fact Morbius?
I think because in this industry, like people will, like hound you down if you say like if it's like an actual thing, they'll be like it's not confirmed yet, even though it's like 99.99%
I just
sure.
think that's so stupid.
Yeah,
I feel like it would draw even more buzz. Like,
There-
he is announced, so like let's get on this. Let's
There's a guy in the comments like 3 weeks ago who said, "Don't say this is confirmed. Don't say Ewan McGregor is confirmed as Danny for Doctor Sleep." And I was like, "What?" And I sent him 3 articles. I was like, "Do you want more?" Like, there's there's more than 10 articles out there saying it's good. Thank you for keeping us on track, Steve. And next up, we got John. Okay, so pretty much it's just a reassurance that John Krasinski is going to be involved to some capacity with the A Quiet Place sequel,
as he should.
as he should be,
Yes,
as is tradition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, what? No, you wouldn't do that
Right?
without him.
Yeah.
Back here.
So Platinum Doom's producer Andrew, what is his name? Andrew Form does say, he goes, quote, "Oh, Krasinski is definitely involved. We're lucky on this one. I've had movies where the studio says, here's your date, let's go. And on this one, we're not," which is also, out of quote, this is just another point to make, that they're taking their time with this film. And he goes on to say, "We're going to take our time. We're going to figure out where to go, but there is no rush on it, and we're just starting to talk about it. We're figuring out what everyone's involvement is going to be and what the actual next movie is going to be. The first one is so special to us that we really want to take our time with this and not rush anything." And I say, bravo, superb. I really like that. I support that. The first one was so special. To try to even recreate what the first one did is a monumental task that's set upon them. So they should take as much time as they need. Yeah. And that's that. What do you guys think about that? Or also Morbius, going back to Morbius as well?
I think it's better not to rush a film. Like get all the difficulties, all the problems you were thinking about beforehand out of the way, and then move forward instead of like, let's rush and then, oh, how do we fix all this?
Right.
Yeah, I still think that Quiet Place, just the first installment, still needs to get as much love and attention before you move directly onto
That
like
too.
the sequel too.
Yeah,
It's such a good film.
Who knows? Maybe it'd be an Oscar contender. I
would
doubt
love
it,
that.
but maybe. Yeah.
I would love that.
As long as there's one genre film for Oscar contention,
There will
I'd
be.
be like,
There will
win
be.
again.
There will be.
Yeah. So that's that. And also John Krasinski's like super busy working on was it the Jack Ryan, I believe?
Yeah.
Right?
With
Is it the show?
That's part of
on
Amazon.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
They're going to be at Comic-Con.
They're gonna be at Comic-Con. Look at that. So that about does it for news for today. And now we're just gonna, with our remaining time, we're gonna check out some trailers. Did you guys watch any of these trailers ahead of time?
Some of them.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
this.
Or let's see, remind
So
me.
we're just gonna show 2, but I do have 4 I want to mention. But this one right here is the Summer of '84 trailer. Let it ride.
I'm always curious how they advertise it. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen the trailer, so I want to see how they advertise it.
Right? Yeah. So.
Because some movies you're like, why did you tell everybody all that?
Yeah. So, set in the 80s, we got that synth wave.
yeah.
Yeah!
I love it already.
That Miami Vice feel, baby.
The milk cartons.
I know, the milk
They
carton.
did such a good job with their
I love-
props, their wardrobe.
I love the cover where it's like the milk carton, the missing face is like a skull face.
Yes.
That's so cool. I'm guessing it's gonna be one of those like My Neighbors Might Be a Killer kind of movie. Don't correct me if I'm wrong,
I'm not
Carrie,
gonna say
because I don't.
anything.
Or like-
good.
yeah.
Don't say anything.
I just
Kinda
like they
that
keep
this-
you guessing in a good way.
Yeah, so yeah, the filmmaking collective Francois Simard, Anouk Wissel, and Johan Carl Wissel are rewinding a little further back in time for the summer of '84, and definitely aiming at that nostalgic sweet spot they want to hit. So here's a little summary of this. So, the perfect time to be 15 years old and free. But when neighborhood conspiracy theorist Davy Armstrong begins to suspect his police officer neighbor might be a serial killer all over the local news, he and his three best friends, begin an investigation that soon turns dangerous. Boogity boogity. And yeah, let's just keep watching because it's great.
Even serial killers live next door to somebody.
Oh!
Good timing.
Oh!
And something kind of really special about this trio of
August
directors.
10th.
August 10th, perfect.
Not 8th, sorry.
It's the fact that it's 3 directors, and I'm like, that's amazing that you can all work together. So it's a
Yeah,
brother and
collective.
sister, and then the sister's husband,
That's
and they all
awesome.
work together.
That's really cool,
Yeah.
actually.
Yep. And I believe they go by RKSS.
SS, yeah.
So those are the filmmakers that we would love to have on the show. Again, we're still in the talks of that. And if it does happen, it would be happening probably towards the end of this month. So stay tuned for our show, and we'll probably have them on. It'd be really great. And also, I'm definitely going to catch their movie in theaters when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Next one up is a Red Band trailer. Whoa, okay. Oh, yeah, Book of Monsters. This one looks fun as fuck.
What have you 3 got planned for this evening?
Oh, you know, just quiet night in with the girls.
Hey.
Bed by midnight, okay?
Damn, I want to quiet
Is it
night with
British?
those girls.
Damn, sounds like
It
my
is
kinda
British,
night.
yeah. Or English. So this movie's called Book of Monsters, and it is a crazy, gory looking. It just looks great. It's a pretty much it's like 6. There's specifically 6 monsters at Crash's party, and the birthday girl who just recently turned 18 has to fight him off with. She just gets a ragtag team together of other girls at the party, and they start fighting off these monsters.
Nice.
And this guy gets ripped in. Viewer discretion is advised. Sorry. You saw the Red Band trailer. Come on, you saw the Red Band.
Don't show us everything.
You did a lap dance and full frontal. You didn't pay me for this shit.
Oh, it's so good.
I like the music on this one too.
This also kind of has the nostalgic vibe.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. So this is actually world premiere is going to be August 25th at the Fright Fest that's happening in London, and it's directed by Stuart Spark, and it's featuring Lindsay Crane, Michaela Logden, Lizzie Stanton, and Nicholas Vince from Hellraiser and Nightbreed.
Little gnomes! Yay!
Little gnomes, right? Yeah.
Bloody gnomes.
So it pretty much says Sophie's 18th birthday party becomes a bloodbath when 6 terrifying creatures descend upon her house, intent on devouring the party guests and killing anyone who tries to leave. As her school friends are torn apart and eaten, Sophie must rally a band of misfits and take up arms to send their party crashers back to hell. To survive the night, Sophie will face her destiny. Monsters are real, and she's the only one who can stop them. There's also a really great picture of the poster. I didn't include it because it was too late, and I just didn't want to go back and add it in. But the poster looks so cool as well. Very like 80s nostalgia feel of like just monster mayhem.
Sweet.
And so those are the 2 trailers that we will show you. But on top of that, I want to do like an honorable mention since we don't have time to show the other 2. But I'll definitely recommend watching the trailer for Cold Skin, which is coming. It's being released, I believe, in August. And also, or September, I can't remember. And also another one called Memento Mori, which is about like a lady who's in a coma, but she relives the incident to what led her to being in a coma. Yeah. So check those out. And also, last but not least, we got our quick fan shout-outs. If you want to shout out people in the chat room.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us live. We got Media Shock, Edgar Alves, Wellington, and I was like, somebody else was here earlier, but
Don't
they
forget
haven't said
Derek
much.
Hogan.
Derek Hogan.
Did
Did he recommend anything?
And then, no, they were quiet.
Well,
And then
I challenged you.
Yeah, because we will call you all out because this is part of it. Meet a Shock, Derek Hogan. I think that's everybody who said.
Right
Sorry
on.
if I didn't see your name, but thank you very much for watching live.
And also last week we had Wellington Smithopoulos,
Yes.
who commented, said that he had fun watching live, and then he went to go see Turbo Kid after he stopped watching us, which I thought was great. We also had Woo Boy. Yeah, that's his name. He said, so he mentioned that for him, his original female badass is Sigourney Weaver.
Yes,
when
make a
I
point.
said it was, it was, oh my god, I'm blanking on her name right now.
No.
It's Terminator, Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yes, that for me personally, it was because like I grew up watching.
What's
that
your
as a kid,
first one? Yeah.
Yeah, that was for her.
It's
She
who's
was-
your
yeah,
first.
she's my first.
Also, TJ Watson, who was like wave.
Right on.
Yes.
Well, everybody, that concludes our show for this week. We gotta wrap it on up because then we got through everything, which is great. Again, you can find me everywhere at TonyBTony_. It's on. It's right under me. Just find me on that. I'm actually on Twitter and on Instagram, whatever floats your boat. If you want to try to find me on Facebook, I guess go for it. And yeah, but you can find me here every week, 4 p.m. I love horror movies, and I hope you love them too.
Hey guys, I'm Oliver Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer, and you can check me out on Thursdays on AfterBuzz TV for the Cloak and Dagger After Show. We have a very special guest this week, so tune in.
Ooh.
Hey.
And my name's Carrie Lane. You can find me online at Carrie D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. Make sure to be following me because I'm going to Anime Expo this weekend and covering that. So you're gonna want to be stay tuned for all that exciting news.
Heyo. All right. Play to the wide. All right, everybody. Have a great show. Have a great day. Have a great week. Go watch some horror movies. I'll see y'all next week. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
See ya.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.